why I was acting fucking weird. Ah, shit. My fantasy team, I gotta make sure. Come on. Nice.
What is up, y'all?
Go Knights. It's all about the Knights.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another night with the HVAC Knights. I think we have quite a bit to cover in tonight's show. We kind of talked a little bit about it earlier. But
Yep.
How's everybody doing? I'm going to look at the chat real quick. Devil. We got Steve-O, Victor in here, Eddie.
Squad.
Mark Morales. Ice Master Ty. Appreciate you for coming on the show last time to fill in for Jake.
Shout out Ice Master.
Pat Nasty. We got Matt, Mechanical Environments, and Pat Finley. Appreciate you for filling in as well, man. And we had a great conversation, me and Pat, on my podcast.
Okay.
Talking about all the
one?
beef with the old man that we have out in the field.
I saw it, man. It gets rough out there, dude. Gets rough.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What's up, Brian and Freon Leon? So, how's work? Let's start off with the work stuff first, and then we'll get into so much. I feel
the other topics.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of need like more than 1 hour a week, but you know this takes a lot of time and effort. But there's a ton to cover this week.
Way too much to even. We're not going to get into. If we just put
I didn't tell you, and I didn't tell you everything because I'm going to bring up some other stuff at the end too. So we got a lot.
I ain't got time. All right.
All right. We are live now. Oh, that reminds me.
There's nobody here.
I got to send you a Zelle.
Brother, can you let Freon know this one wasn't on me? Like.
So really quick, I think my home internet is not working whatsoever. I'm on my hotspot right now, so we're gonna manage through on some mobile hotspot. Yeah, I think everybody's coming back in already.
All right, cool. Shout out to everybody, all the real ones, all the day ones, bro.
I was just saying, like we had a good one today, and now we gotta kind of speed it up a little bit.
Scramble through them. All right,
so
let's just get to it. 7:33. Let's go. Boom. How's your week? Go.
I was just saying on the other stream that I had to take my kid to the doctor, get some errands done this week. So I've only worked like half a week, if I'm going to be honest. Because somebody said that it got really slow for them. I don't know if you've seen the same thing or because we've been busy.
It's not like busy. It's moving. You feel me? What you got? You got one of them liquid death, dog? Hey. Cheers, brother. Cheers.
I bought a couple the other day, and I was like, well, we'll give it a shot.
You wait till you try all the other flavors, all right? You got to find, there's some hidden gems out there.
It's not bad.
All right? I found a little Indian spot that has, that's supposed to be like their Sprite. And, they have this one, man.
Now I got $10 for my fraud.
Oh, yeah, you wait. Shout out Freon Leon.
Look who made it.
What is this guy even doing? You want to hop in, Kurt?
We got another. I don't know if my internet can handle something else. I think, but we're here.
Go.
We're here. We're good. It's stable for now. So, what do you want to get into first?
Let's get into that beef.
What?
Or is that
no?
Is that done? Are we done with the beef? Is the beef over?
No beef. You want to talk tools?
Okay. All right. Let's talk tools, bro. I got one in my hand right now, as a matter of fact.
You got anything new?
I got it. Nah, dude. No, just some got some twin grips here. Nothing crazy. I'm trying to see. No. Nope.
Yeah, if you
What
see
about you? Got
lag,
anything on?
I think you're fine. There's probably gonna be like a small
Mm-hmm.
delay. Okay. So what I wanted to bring up is NAVAC has had their special event, which I want to get into a little bit later too, as far as like the event itself. But they unveiled a
Mm-hmm.
shit ton of tools. I don't know if you saw some of them. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
Primarily just what you showed me.
So I would love to have the chat chime in. I don't want to be too critical. Robert did say this is a prototype, although in my opinion, I feel like it's just not branded yet. I think this is probably what it's going to look like. This is a TriFlow 3-port core tool by NAVAC, which Robert himself has invented, probably patented, all that kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on this?
It's huge. That's what she said.
Yeah,
There is a definite delay, by the way.
that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's just big. I can kind of see the concept of why and not like what would be the big purpose for it primarily. I mean, for me, just residential applications, dude. That in some configurations that'd be hard to even fit. It's hard to fit a regular core tool sometimes. And I like to have my micron gauge furthest away from the pump instead of being directly in the flow zone. But I can see its advantages.
So okay, so the valve thing is cool for micron gauges, in my opinion. Do I need a third valve? I don't know, because you can shut off obviously the vacuum. You can shut off the micron gauge. Normally, you would be switching over to charge with whatever you're going to charge with, a different hose, obviously. We'll see. I just don't know the use case for this, and what I mean with that as the question, he actually did show a use case for it. So, in my opinion, this is more of like you hook everything up at once, and you just want to switch over with the valves and be able to do something else with it, like go from vacuum to charging without ever replacing or removing a hose, which in some cases I guess that is ideal for purge purposes. You don't get any air or anything else into the system, but I mean you should be purging your hoses regardless. So this would be the complete setup for if you want to use
That's just a complicated fucking mess, though.
And would it fit? Would you think it would fit on your equipment that you see?
Like honestly, like that's. I mean, it wouldn't even sit. See how far that is. Like obviously, it's just a 3D rendering, but like how far away from the service valves they are. It's wouldn't be that roomy to say the least. I don't know. I mean, when I do a vacuum, I do one hose, so I don't need multiple hoses because it's just residential. Could be an advantage for other guys needing, hey, let's do a big triple evacuation on this thing, and for some bigger equipment, I just deal with 5-ton pieces of equipment, so I don't need anything extravagant.
You could pull a
It's cool.
vacuum.
I mean,
with your, I guess your manifold at the same time. I don't know. The whole thing is, I believe
I
you
use
do need
probes.
Yeah, well that too. I do think you need a valve to valve off your micron gauge. Now most of them can take like a positive pressure, so in the past I've just let it rip. But that remember the whole field piece thing? It's like, oh, those are cool. Then it's like, oh, those are too big, and I feel like
Yeah.
field piece is kind of just sitting in the corner laughing, giggling right now.
Like, think about the repairs you would have to do. Like in say like the older versions of the way the Goodman service valves were on, where the panel where the service valves were, the liquid line is pressed right up. You're not getting that on there. If you have to do a repair to leaking evap, leaking condenser coil, swapping out the filter dryer. You might not have the room you need with one of those.
See it.
I
It's cool. I appreciate the innovation from Navac and Robert. It's cool.
Robert's a smart ass dude, so
But look, here's gonna be my thing, right? The size obviously is one thing. The purpose of a third valve, I feel like the field piece does enough because it valves off your vacuum and then it valves off your micron gauge. That's why this still is in my bag for that reason. But there's one other reason that I don't particularly see here as to why I still carry the field piece. Navac. Now, I never had one because some people have said that theirs broke, but that's everybody's experience is different. So I can't say that I've tried their core tools in the past because I haven't. But the whole advantage to their previous core tool, the one that I'm aware of, is that you can do 5/16 with it because you can do mini splits. Everything is mini splits now.
Yeah, it's just like a little adapter they have on the end of it that has like a little Teflon loop that holds it on. I got a couple of them.
So I feel like this should have had that. I don't see it on there. But my field piece one, the reason I do keep it on here is you just take off the top and then you just put on the different, fittings. So I have essentially what I need for mini splits right here in the same tool.
If I'm looking at this, I could be wrong. That might be how this orientation is on this one. The one furthest to the right hand side, that might be the 5/16 with a 1/4 inch thread to the 1/4 inch, and that little nipple down on the bottom might be the ring that holds that 5/16. That's how they're regular. The one I have from Navac is. It could be.
Okay.
That way.
Well, then that would.
Unfortunately, with the field piece one, right? You got to buy that separately, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't come with it.
But so it's like 20.
They're
20
including now. I mean,
less.
gotta ask. Yeah, we gotta ask Rob Bambino on that. Like, hey man, does that have the 5/16 1/4 inch?
That'd be nice. If that's how it works, I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, it would, for everything else that it does, it would need to have that to be like a true all-in-one, throw everything else away, whatever, type of deal. But again, I even told you in text, this is not going to fit in walk-in condensers for myself.
You're like, hell no.
I have tried field piece, and I have stuck to field piece and Appion personally. But for service, you put me on, I think is it CPS or
yeah.
That one I like for service when I'm replacing them under pressure. It's super compact. It holds the Schraders, and that's what stays in my bag. In my vacuum hose hauler, I keep a couple of field piece and a couple of Appion.
Yeah, I've somehow gotten into the state of disarray and have lost all fucking 15 of the ones I have.
I don't know what my JB one is. I had a JB one. I just didn't like the lever on it. I prefer. I do like that he uses these small knobs. I do prefer that on like the field piece one and this one. But oh man. So Matt's like,
it could be something.
It's for new techs who don't know how to switch from vacuuming to charging. See, that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
like I
dude,
said earlier, if you just want to turn some knobs and go from vacuum to charging, that's what it's for.
I mean, again, yeah, that's a great point too, though. So if you think about it too, right? Because you risk, you get your thing under vacuum, right? You want to break your vacuum with some, virgin shit or whatever. But sometimes, you risk closing it and moisture gets in there or whatever type of way. These things are it looks completely sealed. And then you could put a little refrigerant in there, boom, on one of the top ports, then put your valve in, and like you said, have your micron gauge isolated. The only thing that I see again, I like to have, I think most people where they practice, right, the micron gauge furthest away from the vacuum pump, just to get a true reading. Other than that, though, I mean, there's some promise there.
Are you saying when you do you have the micron gauge directly on the service port, or are you still keeping one of these on there on both
Well, I
sides?
have no. I mean, I still would want to put it on the other service port, like another valve core on
Mm.
like the liquid line, right? I pull from the
Yeah.
suction side, put one on the liquid line. I just prefer that method.
I would love to know
Like
what
this,
the
I wouldn't say give
retail
you a false
price.
reading, but
Yeah, I would love to know the real retail price on this one. Like Pat says, it's
uh,
not fitting
I mean,
RDI. Real quick, it's not fitting RDI, and it's not fitting. I think Devil mentioned Heatcraft. That's what I'm saying. I always get the smallest compact one, which
okay,
is probably going to be like the Appion or maybe that CPS one.
it's
The
definitely
field,
Appion.
yeah,
I think yeah.
the field piece ones are strictly for like bigger areas where I have that room. And again, to their point, these guys are bringing up refrigeration side because that's what I do too. They don't really consider us for these kinds of tools, in my opinion, because, like I said, that's not going to fit on my equipment. I also see nothing but Cormax fittings, so I'm not particularly
Mm.
using a lot of these things anyway. I need more solutions for that for Cormax.
Yes, I've never dealt with one, so no experience here.
Uh,
But you know, there's an opportunity there.
so what they also
You
unveiled
know where that's not gonna fit. You know what that?
where
Sorry, real quick. That's not gonna fit on a train. On a train split system, the ports go downward, bro. Like down into the ground. Unless that thing is elevated like 2 feet in the air, you're not getting that in there.
oh
I
that
have a hard
sucks.
time just getting my whatchamacalls it's the my probes on with a 45. But go ahead. What else they unveil, bro?
No, because that's my whole thing. Is Devil mentioned Heatcraft, and they're making the now the service ports inward, where you have to take up off the panels to even get to those ports, and then RDI
Oh, boo.
does the side by side line sets, and one of them is facing the other line set. So I have a hard time putting probes on. I have to put actual like hoses or gauges on that one.
It's so funny. Like we're just like I'm sitting here thinking too, like on a Linux system, it kind of like where that panel is kind of goes in at like a 45s, but the ports come out sideways. Sometimes I have to bend the service ports out to get my even my hoses on there. So there's gonna be a time and a place for this thing for sure, but uh, it's gonna be difficult to say where it's gonna lead to in the future.
Now
Oh, hey.
the gauges. This is crazy. This almost looks like a toy. This I think is way more innovative than the full size iteration of this product because this the selling point would be it's so small you can fit in your pocket.
Yeah, easily, right? That
Would
makes
you
a little
would
bit
you
more sense than that.
would you
Now,
get this one?
now, go ahead. You sent me a picture of it.
No, would you get this yourself?
Oh, no, because I'm sure they're still gonna say, well, it's not digital and it's not Bluetooth. You still have to use all the regular shit. Well, you know what?
Oh,
At the price point again, it's gonna be.
well, this thing
I'm
better be
gonna.
like
I unless
$99
they
with hoses.
straight up, right? Because, dude, you know what you can go do? Instead of that shit, you can go buy a single field piece pressure probe for like $100, man, from your supply house. Okay. Now it might be a bitch, but if if I were to start, this is what I would do. I'm not buying manifolds. I'm not buying the hoses. You can buy a single fucking hose and that and a valve core tool, and you can do everything you need to do with just that setup. And have a lot more capabilities. Get your meter, buy a little K clamp. It might be a little, and do your magic. You might have to do it that way. But if this thing's not reading out your sat or your subcooling and superheat, I still think it's stupid.
So
Yeah.
when when the other ones had came out, the Flex ones, whatever, early this year, I think those I just didn't see the benefit because it's digital. It has all your refrigerants, yada yada, but it didn't do anything else. And everybody was confused because they thought, where are the clamps? Where does it do the superheat subcool? Like everybody was confused, and the battery would have been, not an issue if it lasted. But I've seen NorCal Dave
Oh.
and others. They only used them for like a week or so, and they died. So like under heavy use, they're gonna
Oh.
be needing recharge every week or every other week. So this, because when those came out, I had mentioned that Elitech has like, and it's the ones that they gave us like at the
Oh yeah.
AHR, the little mini ones. It just gave you a digital readout, but it was like super small, and I was like, those are cool. So I was like, if you really want
Mm-hmm.
what Navec is trying to sell you on, go get an Elitech because those do the same thing, and they're like a quarter of the size. This makes more sense because on this one, you're actually going to see.
I mean that
Um,
that is, but let me counter this. This is like Apple dropping the fucking iPhone Air. No one's
yes,
asking for the damn small phone, right? Who's asking that you have a tiny? I mean, I'm sure maybe people are, but I'm just that's what I'm going to compare this to. But it is I do like that dual screen. That's kind of
well, you know what would
that's
make it
kind of
better?
cool.
I kind of don't like that it's above the other. So if they had just made them side by side and the little gauges on the either side went up and down, I think that would have been better or more
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
eye
yeah.
pleasing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like side by side, I don't like it
Yeah,
over.
but then the numbers I think would have to be smaller. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Well, it's all digital. I mean, how much of it do you need to show like anything fancy?
I,
It's numbers.
eyes like these, brother. Eyes
No, no,
like
no, but
these.
no, no,
You know
no,
what I'm
but I mean,
saying? I need
they
to be
could
able to
take
see.
they could take away from like the fancy stuff and just give you numbers, like make the numbers as big as they can, you know?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. With that, like, we don't need the actual like reading of the gauges on it, like red and blue. Like, yeah, yeah, you're right.
Or even the increments.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the actual like gauges. Like we don't need the whole. Yeah, you could
so
expand your bezels, as they would say, on that
yeah,
screen to fill it out more.
yeah. So Matt, I wish I knew because we do not have any insight on Navac. They had their own little event, which I do want to give Ben his his props, whatever you want to call it, because I think he started something. Electricians had their own award show recently that they just started, and then the Navac event here was like a red carpet, interview style, all formal. They had movie posters. I think they had a fancy production video that they showed everybody there. Like they went all out, and I feel like nobody was really doing that until Ben kind of pushed for it. So, just saying.
Way to go, Ben. Way to fucking go, bro. Um, yeah, I still wouldn't get them. Did the last set? Did they have a pressure test mode on it or no?
I don't think it had anything, to be honest. I ended
Then
up giving them away.
these don't either. Yeah.
Well, you know which ones might? Let me pull up the other one. So
Oh,
remember
what?
I
There's
told
more?
you there was some that were built like a tank. I don't know if you went and looked them up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 I didn't.
Boom.
Show me.
So Francisco
Oh,
doesn't take. These are all Francisco's pictures, by the way. um, he takes very blurry because he's like moving around and yelling the whole time. Um, so these are the new, like actual digital gauges that
okay.
you can get, clamps and everything else, superheat, all that stuff, and it's very American.
That's kind of gangster. I mean, that's like a big screen. Like, the first one I ever had was the Titan Max by Yellow Jacket. And it had a big screen, but they didn't use it. They're using the screen here. I mean, they could make the gauges bigger,
I
you
was I
know?
was about to say how much of the screen, did they waste because the gauges look really small.
Yeah. Didn't you say there was like something? It might have been the Tech where it was just the manifold with the hose ports, and then you'd put your phone on it, or am I just making that up?
I don't think I've seen
Now,
that.
or was it, that's what they need to do, bro. Just get your damn phone. It'd be like the DJI the
Well,
remotes,
the
right? You
one
just
of
put this
them,
on there.
yeah, I think Elitech has a vacuum pump that has a removable display that you can take it with you.
That's
That
might
would
have
be
been what
dope
it
too.
was.
Like if they just made, yeah, well, that's asking a lot to take it the screen with you, so it could be wireless, but that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, man. I mean,
So
we're gonna
these
get to
are
that point.
this is what they look like.
Oh, look, see, those are those wireless clamps?
This has the
I
full
can't.
get go, and it has even the regular hose hangers, and you just put the clamps on the side. Everything. I don't know how the
What
hook
about
is
some?
gonna last because everybody says that that has broken on the other set. So hopefully they made a better one for this one.
It does look robust, bro. Now that might be a winner for some manifolds. If I had to pick between that and the S man, I would go with that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, it look, yep. What's that? What's that above the temperature clamps there? I can't see in the picture.
That's their micron gauge. So I'm assuming. I guess I think they're going
Okay,
full S man field piece where
okay,
everything connects to it,
nice. Okay, I can get with
which
that.
is yeah, which is great. That's what we want
That
to see.
that makes that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because people do love their manifolds. I'm not a manifold guy in any type of way. That looks I mean that looks really good. Be cool if you could like change the background to
You can.
like oh
They
put
have
like a company logo.
that. I don't know, but they had like five options or so to pick from.
Okay, well they need to do a firmware up. I'm doing this live. They should be hiring me. Do a firmware update, okay, where you can put your company
Ooh,
logo behind it. That way, when you if you can upload this to a some sort of form inside a digital email, you know what I'm trying to say, or you take a picture, it has it, and then when you forward it to the customer, boom, come on,
well, um, okay. So I'm gonna breeze through this last part real quick. They
yeah,
also have
quick, hurry up.
a pump, condensate pump of their own.
Okay.
I don't know what
Ooh,
special about it, but
cool. Well, fucking awesome,
so
dude.
last time when I brought up the flex gauges and what I would change with them,
Hmm.
they unfortunately said that it couldn't be done with a firmware update. They had to actually make it in the
Uh,
Gen 2 version. So that was like the whole
okay,
night mode and day mode thing that I suggested. Because some guys had said,
okay,
I don't know if it's Elitech that might do it. And I was like, why don't you guys do it? Or have you guys looked into it? So they were, oh, they said my audio is cutting out. We'll see. We're almost done here, guys. Um, so my whole thing is I wish they would get a lot of us and get feedback and stuff like that because me and you have talked about like tool bags and how we would do them and even like those core removal tools, stuff like that. I have no connections on that front, like to be able to put stuff out there like that. But I would love
hmm,
if they just talk to us, right? Because and not me in particular, just we've had suggestions. It's just do they listen? And that's gonna segue into my next thing before we get off here. But that's just my opinion.
okay. Let me piggyback. What they can obviously do is like if they on they can reach out for testers, right? But and you don't have to be in a content creator influencer. Like have people that don't have a following, but like that follow your page. Be like, hey, or make a couple posts, do a story here and there. Be like, hey, we're working on this, yada yada. I don't know how it would work. You know, I'm sure the legalities and all that. But that's kind of like what Milwaukee does, right? They'll go out on a job site, they'll outfit a crew, um, with their new stuff and see how they work before going out. That could be something though. There's definitely ways to make that happen. What do you say?
Nav no Jason Navak's going all Diversitech, putting everything in the kitchen sink out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
straight
because they
up.
had
You know what though?
those headlamps, so the knives, and I don't know what else they were putting out.
Yeah, I actually did get one of those knives. It was actually pretty nice. No, it wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. It looked good, but like I'm just so used to the fastback. I wish you still had to like pry it out because it had like the razor blade on one side and like the pocket knife on the other.
Yeah, if they would just, because look, like I said, I'm gonna segue into this next part of the show.
Quick,
God,
go. That's what that.
no, these guys, shit designed by marketing folks.
Yep, straight up.
Yeah, I would love for them to talk to the techs because we'll keep it real with everybody because we use this shit. So the one company that I have to backtrack on, and I'm editing a video right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't you go there. If you're about to say what I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna end this show right now.
I'm a JB
You,
believer.
you son of a bitch! Oh
So
man, he's a okay. Tell
no,
us
no, no, no.
more.
Look, they reached out to me several times after I poked fun at them, and I will gladly admit that I may have gone a little bit too far, but I was just having fun with it. I
No
still
such
want
thing.
to I still want to trademark that whole Fisher Price probe thing, but that's a whole other story. Um, they actually
Oh, fuck.
fixed their probes and the material. I have them right now. They do feel a lot better, so I'm a little more comfortable with them. I've only used them for a few days, so like I said, I have a video coming out this weekend. But today or yesterday, I saw that they have a firmware update, and they did a lot in that firmware update. You want to see what they did?
Now you know. Let's see what they did, brother. I wish they'd come out with some that didn't have screens. I don't need the screens, bro. I don't need screens on my probes. I can't.
So these are the new ones, and in the video, I'm
Okay.
gonna like show them, and I even like do different things to kind of show that they are like different.
Um,
But
Ask them to send me a pair. I wanna do a couple drop tests with them real quick. I want to make sure.
I'll tell them Jake wants
I'll
to throw
make
them off a roof.
and then we'll do it.
So I don't know if you guys can notice, they normally just say, I think TP, right? Or whatever. There was a
Hmm.
firmware update to where one of my gripes was that they did not have an auto off. And I thought that was so stupid because I leave these on sometimes and then they're completely dead and I got to get new batteries.
True.
So
True.
if you guys, you have to download a JB firmware app. It's just an app
Oh.
to update your probes, right? And you update the firmware. Now you get auto off function and you can set it from 30 minutes, an hour, several hours, whatever you want to set it to. And you can have auto off now. You can, well, they will be labeled now as low pressure and high pressure because they didn't say that before.
Mm-hmm.
And you can turn them on or not on, but you can turn them off remotely. Let's say you left them in your tool bag, you're ready to put your tool bag away, you get in your driver's seat and you're ready to take off. Like, oh shit, I left them on. Hit a button and they turn off.
That is nice because you won't believe how many times because if it's connected to Bluetooth, it'll stay on. That I leave my field piece
Yeah.
on, and then I drive 45 minutes. I get out and I grab my probes and the light's still just flashing green. You know what I mean? You're like, son of a gun.
So
That is good on you, JB. The real question is, I think everybody wants to know is how much are they paying you?
they're not paying me. Not well, yeah, they're not.
Whoa,
So
whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's funny. No, they look like a little. They do look a little robust. They use a better
it's
resin.
yeah, because somebody was or Eddie's like they still look the same. They look identical. But if you ever held them, and I'm sure I think you were critical at the AHR booth when you picked them up.
Yeah,
You can tell immediately that they were going to break. I mean, right?
yeah. No, dead ass. They're like, holy shit.
When I got them, I was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, these don't feel right. They're super light. They feel super thin. But the ones I got
So they
actually
made
they actually
the
feel
same
better.
update to the temperature clamps as well.
As far as what?
Are those updated material as well?
I explained that in the video. I'm not 100% confident in that. And I did do it. I did do a test. I mean, it's in the video.
What didn't those break like snap right in half on you?
Yeah, so that's how I'll know if I see any. Well, they all start as hairline cracks, and they all crack. So like, I'm pretty sure we'll find out pretty soon.
All right. But you can tell the difference in the probes. You just can't tell a difference in the clamps.
Basically, yeah. But if they don't break and they don't get any cracks, then maybe I'm wrong. But we can probably ask them face to face pretty soon.
You guys hear that?
Yeah. Well, we'll set it up and you'll get it straight from the horse's mouth. And I'm gonna ask that exact question.
All right. Well, send me your set so I can get my hands on it before we have a conversation. I was actually looking into getting a new set, so
but I was thinking about
probably just I was gonna potentially just get Testo, the new Testos, the newer Testos. I just like Testo. Because one of my field pieces. Oh, dude! Real quick, sorry guys. I jacked up a job because my pressure probe was reading like it had 100 psi in it, and I didn't notice it until I put it on. Opened up my app. I'm like, oh my god, the head pressure's so high on this thing. I was like, well, there's your problem. You know what I mean? I take it off, and I actually went back to the job to the lady, and I was like, I lied, or I didn't say that. I said, hey, I called while I was on my way. And she was like, you're not coming, are you? I was like, no, I'm still going to come. I'm going to verify because I bought a new probe. I was like, I just want to let you know my tool actually malfunctioned, and that's why it was giving me the wrong reading. So I think we're going to be okay because I was like, it looked overcharged, and I was going to recover some refrigerant because she had a whole issue with another company. But yeah, so that's that.
Yeah, that was me. Well, because this one, I need to zero it out. It has like a 5 psi on there, so I was like,
so is that a new one?
Yeah.
Damn it. It does look different. The other ones were like gray. Those are black. Yeah.
The old ones didn't have like a texture to them. Like they were more shiny black. This one is more matte. That's the only way I can describe it. And there's like heft to them.
All right. A little heft. Hefty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the chat real quick.
Yeah, let me know. Let me know what they say. What's up with the chat? Yo, what up, squad?
Shit. Brian is one of those JB users. Him and Blake, I always see them using them. Just make sure you update your app. I mean your firmware.
No. You good?
Shit. No, I'm dying.
We got take address that liquid death, brother.
Oh, I feel better. Okay, there we go. So we went over NAVAC, we went over JB. I think I'll just leave it there. I did want to shout out to Surfer Bro. What are they called? Surfer Bros?
Surfer Bras. Yeah.
Let me get the screen up. Screen share. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Oh. Surfer Bros HVAC, because they showed exactly what Jake would have had to have gone through on that kitchen hood.
Yeah, not doing it.
You saw that video, right?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to the point. I don't know where you saw that. I don't know if it was like you personally talked to him and it was 12 hours, or was it in the video he said 12 hours?
At the end of the video, when he's like, which I don't know if you've noticed, this guy like paces whenever he does his ending or intro. He paces back and forth. I'm like, dude, can you just sit down? But
okay, yeah.
At the end, he said because it took like 2 days, I believe, and he lost money, and he mentioned how much it would have cost to cover the labor, but like they quoted I don't know if they quoted like 700 or 800 for that job, and it was like that's one of those where the quotes can get you, where you underestimate the call and it takes twice as long or whatever it is. and you're just like, oh shit, I just want to get this done with because you're gonna lose money anyway.
I think I would have quoted. I mean, I quoted it. I mean, there was plenty of money to be made. My back is just still jacked up. Like, dude, it hurts to pick up my fucking vacuum. And I was like, pulling that joint up, though, kind of hurt. And then, if I could have had somebody else there and I took it off the hinges and laid it flat on top and then worked on it, yeah. But they kicked ass. Yeah, a lot of people actually shared that with me after you sent it to me. I was like,
it was just what a coincidence, right after you.
Yeah, like that. Literally the next day. Yeah, I was like, they're taking shots at me, man.
Like, Jake, this is how you do
good.
it.
Hey, look, this idiot.
I'm not logged in, but I am subscribed to their channel. If you guys want to go check out Surfer Bros HVAC, they
put out
had gone
cool stuff.
They had gone MIA,
but for a little bit. Yeah.
They're another channel that is very like brunt and straight to the point, and even, like, I just saw that they did one with the Inficon, and they actually showed that they were able to find leaks with it quicker than others. So.
And yeah, check them out. They're growing.
All right. Do you have anything else? I don't want to. I know we started late. I don't think we can run this late, but we'll make it up next week.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. That was a great show, actually. I think we caught up and got a lot said. It was better than we normally do by just rambling. So
well, the ramble part is the good part. We get everything off our chest.
Straight up, true story.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming on. Yeah, my internet is just jacked, and we're on my mobile hotspot, so I'm glad that we just made it through the show. And we'll make it up for you guys next week. I have a ton of notes, dude. Like,
big announcements next week.
I have all this list of crap that we just haven't gone over.
You guys wait, it's gonna be good. You got to stay tuned. Big announcement.
All right. Oh, well, speaking of big announcements, I guess we can end on this. If you guys are going to AHR, we want to see you guys show out, because we have a lot of stuff lining up right now.
Yeah. Please.
We have the podcast pavilion that we're officially a part of now. HVAC Nights, you'll see it up and everything. You might see Jake in a promo pretty soon. And we're going to be podcasting at certain booths. So once we get all that squared away, scheduled, and confirmed, we'll let you guys know. But we're going to need, at least on the booth part, people to come up and be on camera.
You're going to get interviewed, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Jake, putting you on the spot.
We're going to do it.
Style.
W2, WJZ 13 Channel News, brother. Yep, we're doing it.
So we have a lot of, we've had some offers. We're going to probably do podcasting on the floor as well. So hopefully we get to see you guys out there. I do want to hear that Knights chant. I think that's a really cool thing that we got to keep going. Right? Yeah.
Heck yeah, bro. Knights.
Yeah, well, I'll make some. This time I got to take them with me on the plane, though. But we'll make some new shirts.
Yeah. He's like, hold up. Oh, shit. There's got to be someone in Vegas, bro.
I'll send it. I'll send them to somebody, and we'll
get it mailed. Yeah, just get that shit mailed to somebody. Like, get it mailed to the booth people.
Here, yeah. I actually do know a couple of guys out there. I think that would help me out.
All right, see, let's make it happen.
Yeah, we're gonna be more than likely. I'm taking all my gear. We're probably gonna stream it as well. So,
we need you guys to show up, Jason.
You need to be there in person for your shirt if you want a shirt.
Bring your wife. So, just to get out the house.
Appreciate that, Mark. I'm gonna make some more at some point, and I don't want to piss off JB, but I do want to do something with that Fisher Price probe thing, and we'll see.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Later, y'all. Great ending, brother. Great segue. We did a bang up job. That worked out, man. It worked out well. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I noticed it got clear for like 30 seconds towards the end. I'm like, of course it would get clear now. Like I could see everything and oh well.